I'm Geoffrey in a Tuscany campaign from version 4.1 of the Italian Wars, a mod for medieval to Total War Kingdoms. This may be my last post from this campaign. I am hoping to return to the Italian Wars when version 5 comes out, which promises to be an even more interesting and much improved mod. The King of France died at Vienne, and a new king has been crowned, Roi Denisot, who is now at Chalon-sur-Saone. He has with him a small army, and he is under siege by our great condottiero Giannino the Mighty. We are attacking at night because I wanted to see what night battles look like in this mode, and also to avoid unnecessary casualties while moving up to the walls. We have plenty of artillery, but cannon shot is expensive and could damage the walls of the city, which is soon to be ours. So our men wasted no time and approached the walls in these old-style contraptions called siege towers. The French still practiced archery at this time and had archers in their army, and the enemy archers have woken up, have manned the walls, and are pelting our men with flaming arrows. The French have also put some pikemen on the walls, and they are being targeted by our cannon.
Walls fall! It is time to charge men through to slay our ungodly foe.
Here is the enemy king with his glorious-looking bodyguard. He is right behind the walls, encouraging his men. Our cannon have started destroying the walls, and our men are jumping out of the siege towers and onto the walls. We have here, I think, some Burgundian mercenaries. They are macemen.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
And they are attacking the enemy archers on the walls. Here are some pikemen are parading in front of their king. They are preparing to hold this bridge if we charge in. Our artillery are targeting the walls at this point. And suddenly the walls crumble, and a bunch of enemy soldiers plunge to their deaths. Here is again the enemy king, the French king, Roi Denisot.
The walls fall! It is time to charge men through to slay our ungodly foe.
And again he is charging up and down, running up and down behind the walls, encouraging his men to hold their ground. Our pikemen are very quietly approaching the walls. They are walking on tiptoes. Unfortunately, they have a big battering ram with them that makes a lot of squeaky noises.
Give grace to God. We have captured the enemy's walls.
And we have taken the main gate. Some of our men that were on the walls have gone and opened the gate. And here are those Burgundian macemen. They are in melee with the French archers. It was an interesting duel. Both sides have men that are well armored, and so these duels go on and on. They can be quite fun to watch.
Our siege towers have reached the walls. Now the butcher's work begins.
More of our siege towers have reached the walls at different points. And there's a battering ram at another gate.
The battering ram is in place. It will not be long before only half the enemy force remains.
So the enemy infantry was routed and they were being taken prisoner, and more of the enemy infantry is routing here. Those were the archers that were fighting the Burgundian macemen on the walls, and they are on the run, but they have nowhere to go. They will be taken prisoner. And so in this way, the enemy has lost most of their infantry. And here are Knights of St. John that have come back from the crusade in Rhodes, have turned up, and they've taken the rest of the enemy infantry prisoner, and so the enemy is left with just cavalry, I believe now. Another gate has been opened, so we have men pouring in through also the gate. And our artillery now is hitting the enemy. There's still some infantry left. They are running back into the city plaza under fire. Here's the enemy cavalry. They attempt a charge at our lines, but they break, or at least they hesitate. Oh, it's their king, so it's King Deniso. He seems to be hesitating. It's very dark, but there's also a certain appeal to night battles that look very mysterious and atmospheric. So the enemy king charges our cannon. And our pikemen move up to confront the King of France. Here he is. Here's the King of France.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
It is unwise to praise the night before sunrise. This is again the French king. He's bloodied. He's fighting bravely.
The enemy king lies dead, slain by our brave soldiers. Attack while his men mourn their loss.
And the King of France has led his life in the defense of Chalon-sur-Saone. He has died a hero's death, defending his countrymen. And now we're slowly moving a bit up towards the city plaza. Some enemy cavalry has been cut off. They were trying to retreat into the plaza. They were cut off. They seem to want to get through our pikemen into the town plaza. That's not a great idea. It's not a great idea to push your horse through a block of pikes. So the horseman has been slain. And another French knight has been slain. The rest are routing through our pikemen, so they are dropping like flies. And so our pikemen here take position in the side street to block the exit of enemy cavalry. The enemy cavalry make some attempts to get past them, but they get intercepted. We are now hitting the town plaza with our artillery. And our enemy is in panic. They have been surrounded. There's no way out. They are now dead meat. Dead horse meat, to be precise. So they resolve to make a move and they charge our lines. At first they foolishly charge our pikemen in the side street, but some of the French knights charge our cannon here. Fortunately they were routed before they reached the cannon. Here's our cannon firing at the French in the city square. And the French king's bodyguard, the two remaining horsemen in that bodyguard, charge our artillery crews to kill several members of the crew. Then one of them survives and runs back. Our artillery crews rearrange their cannon and prepare to fire another volley.
Ready! Ready! Units! March!
It's dark now, but still very atmospheric. And so that lone remaining enemy knight charges artillery, but he collides into a cannonball and he's slain. That was unlucky. And here's another side street. We've got some men there. They've been engaged with some French knights, but the French knights have been slain. And we have artillery also on that side.
We on the order! March!
So we are hitting the city square from both sides now. And the French knights are dropping dead.
The enemy flees the battle! Run down those worthless peasants! All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
So Chalon-sur-Saone is ours. Migianino the Mighty has triumphed once again, having defeated the King of France with a loss of only 97 men. The French do not ransom the prisoners. They prefer they are all executed for having failed to protect their king. And now they will have to find a new king.
We tore them apart, my lord. Victory! We have crushed them! This place is yours, my lord!
In the meantime, the town is peacefully occupied. Relations with France are abysmal. Our Council of Nobles has gifted a bunch of culverins to our army. Everyone celebrates the victory of Migianino the Mighty, who is now chivalrous in rule for having peacefully occupied Chalon-sur-Saone. Tuscany is now the most advanced place in the civilized world. Thank you for watching.